back on May 24th, I visited Gallaudet. Oh my God. I still can't believe that I visited Gallaudet. Wow. Campus is beautiful. Beautiful area. I arrived early, so I looked around for a little bit, and I was so impressed. It was so beautiful. I went on the tour, and the tour guide, whose name I cannot remember right now, he was amazing. Amazing tour guide. He knew a lot about campus. I was really impressed. The best part? There was a little girl, 10 years old, on the tour with us. And she knew a lot. I was really impressed. So were the rest of us. We'd be like, you know that? I didn't even know that. You know that? Wow. So, College Hall is, I think, on the second floor. There's the president's office, and then outside of it, this larger room. It's like a small museum. It's a really interesting piece. You ever wonder how deaf students knew there was someone waiting at the door? Needed to come in? How would they know? There was a doorknob right next to the door. Pull back on the doorknob, and it was attached by a chain to a steel block. It's still on. And that was inside the wall. So when they pulled back, they would lift up the steel block, and they'd let go, the steel block would fall and create this specific vibration. And then the student would know there's, they'd feel the vibration. They'd get up and go and answer the door. Hey, come on in. That was really cool. So, we could try it, and it was really cool to do. So when our group was ready to move on, the president came out of his office. The president of Gallaudet came out of his office, said hi, and spoke to us. Talked with us for a little bit. I was like, oh my God, it's the president of Gallaudet right there. I was so impressed. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. The little girl, the two of them, he and the little girl were chatting for a while. He was really excited because there's a future Gallaudet student here amongst us. I thought it was so cool. He was so awesome. So, we moved on to Chapel Hall. But to get there, first we had to go by what's called Coffin Door. It was to the right, and we walked by it, and we're looking at it as we go by, and we're like, what is this? So, the tour guide told us that way back, when women were first allowed to attend, College Hall, the top two floors, third and fourth floors, were the men's dorms. And the rest were, classrooms. And the men told the women that if you used college, the coffin door, your first semester you're going to fail. You're going to fail your first semester. And they believed it. But this is way, way back, 1800s, so, So the women would walk all the way around to the front door. Anyway, time moved on, and, nobody believed that anymore. So, a new tradition started. What is it? He wouldn't tell us. Kept it secret because students kept coming up to him and complaining, because you're telling everybody. What are you doing telling everybody the tradition? It's supposed to be a secret. Nobody's supposed to know. Come on, please stop telling people. Like, all right, fine, I won't tell anybody anymore. But I know a couple people who know, and maybe they'll tell me. Anyway, Chapel Hall, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I've been misspelling chapel this whole time. I'm sorry. Way back, it was used as a chapel, but students would sit, all the students would sit, and the president would address them there too. Now, sometimes they use it for lectures. Sometimes weddings happen there too. It was a beautiful room. And the room set up, there's the front, the two side walls have stained glass windows. 2 rows on the left side and 1 row on the right. And we were like, why are there 2 different amounts? And so he asked us, and our little Gallaudet future student, no, that's not right, hold on, future Gallaudet student, she guessed right first time. On the left wall faces east, I should say. And the right wall faces west. So the sun would come up in the morning, and the beautiful light would filter through. And it was nice. In the afternoon, the sun would come down, and the light would come through. But when I got to the later afternoon, the sun wouldn't be able to blare in everyone's face because of the wall. So people could see. It was a brilliant idea. Old building, but good for deaf people. Even way back then. Smart. But I shouldn't be surprised. Why? Because we're at Gallaudet. Of course they're going to have a deaf-friendly building. Anyway. So. Back wall. Up on the back wall were paintings of, let me see here, how many? Check my notes. All the retired presidents have paintings on the wall. One president is shown signing. Only one. Do you know who? King Jordan. He was the first deaf president. He asked us why before then nobody thought of signing. And everyone else is just sitting there. But my guess is, I King Jordan had his picture taken, and then they made the painting from the picture. So, anyway. What was he signing? The tour guide asked us. I thought I knew, but I'd wait. Nobody was guessing right. So I guessed, and I was right. He was signing people. And Jordan was signing people because he was honoring the Deaf President Now movement. And that people can have they forced change to happen. So, now the last building we went to was the I, King Jordan Student, thinking of the sign, Center. It was a really nice building. Bookstore, food, restaurants, small museum, offices, just a whole bunch of stuff. And it was extremely quiet when we were there. I mean, nobody was there. But there's two reasons. First of all, it's summer semester. Second of all, it was the Friday before Memorial Day. So of course nobody was there. But, really nice building. Now, my motivation to get in has so dramatically increased. I'm going to practice. I am going to get in to Gallaudet. It is going to happen.